Ladies and gentlemen, this is Richest TV. This is Richest TV, and I am here once more. I'm here because there is one important information which I brought you today, and this information is marvelous. Is a marvelous one. Sorry. This is the first time something like this is happening in Nigeria and in Imo State in particular, because we are located in Imo State. If you can remember, I was here yesterday. Here, I mean, is in Imo State. Although I didn't go to Imo State, but I talked about Imo State yesterday. That is what I mean. I was in Imo State yesterday, which means I was talking about Imo State yesterday. And what I said that yesterday was that the news I had for you yesterday is the best news ever that has happened to Nigeria and Imo State in particular. And that news would be the best news for the whole year coming from Nigeria. But I did not know I was making a mistake. I did not know, because the news I have for you today is unimaginable. I have never in my life thought that something like this could happen for any state in Nigeria, much more Imo State. And you will be wondering, what is that? Well, what I'm talking about is about a discovery that has just been made in Imo State. And right now, when they began to realize the quantity of the discovery, everybody was amazed. This is going to be a game changer in Imo State. What I have for you does not exist anywhere in West Africa except in Imo State. If ever it exists, the quantity discovered in Imo State is unimaginable. Everybody has been talking about it. The governor of Imo State is talking about it, being very proud. When I found out about this news, I was surprised. Because since I opened my channel, it's like good news have been coming from Southeast every day by day. I began to wonder, are you sure my channel is not the reason success is? Are you sure my channel is not the reason success is coming out from Southeast? Because everything has been dormant. And once I open channel, boom! Good news here, good news there, good news here, good news there. Enugu State, Anambra State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Abia State. Success everywhere. And it is like, I opened my channel, the mentality of all the governors changed. This is the first time Nigeria has seen competition among governors. Every governor try his or her best to make sure that his state comes first. This is the first time people began to say, yes, we like this type of competition. Let there be competition and let it continue. But the competition now has gone beyond competition. Because what I brought to you today is about nature. Meaning that it did not come because Hope Uzodinma is the fastest man. It did not come because Hope Uzodinma is the most handsome man, which I know he is handsome. If you say he is not, then who can dele la baba? So it did not come because Hope Uzodinma is the holiest man. It came for a reason known by only God. Because what you are seeing will last forever. This is a type of success that does not have an end. No matter how you waste the money will still be coming. Because it is the largest in Africa, and maybe the largest in West Africa, and maybe the largest in Africa entirely. And what is that? We are talking about gas. Nobody has ever seen this type of quantity in life. Qatar is rich. Saudi Arabia is rich. Dubai, those United Emirates, they are rich because of mineral resource. The type of gas discovered in Imo State can make Imo State to be like Dubai. If Imo State is a country and it depends on this resource, every Imo State citizen would be an equal to a Qatari. The money that will come out from this gas will make everybody from Imo State to be riding Ferrari, and the money will still be there. It is a very good success, and the quantity even is more than a calculation, because when a mineral resource is discovered, sometimes they can estimate how long it will last. Nigeria petroleum estimated to last 150 years. Now, this one, they could not estimate it. Meaning that this gas will stay until the end of our generation, end of our children's generation, and end of the next king generation of our kids. 3 generations. Maybe after that, the resources you are seeing here will still remain, and because nobody knows the number. And the one amazing thing is that I'm talking about gas today because I don't want to go too far. There are other mineral resources being discovered in Imo State that if I begin to explain them to you, you will be shocked. It is the first time something like this is happening. I began to wonder, where have all these things been? Where have they been? This is marvelous news. I hope in the next 5 years, Imo State will at least look like, I will not say Taiwan, but let it be developed better than any other city in Africa. Because what is going to come out from here is mind-blowing. The reason is that the world is also waiting for this news. Because as we are transforming from petroleum to natural gas, means that the more the days is the more the demand for natural gas and the less demand for petroleum. If you remember when Dangote opened the refinery, people actually say that Dangote refinery may be dormant because everybody is changing to electric vehicles and CNG. The CNG we are talking about is what Imo State have. And not that Imo State have CNG, but it will also be processed in Imo State. Meaning that Imo State have or has what Dangote built in Lekki. This is a very, very mind-blowing story. So let's go and you listen to the news, how everything is going, and I am coming back to narrate to you very well what is on the ground and the benefit and so on and so forth. Let's hear Hope Uzodinma and the government officials of Imo State rejoicing and telling Imo State that they have jammed lotto. This one is more than lottery. So let's go. Now you have heard what Hope Uzodinma said. It's unimaginable. It's a beautiful thing. So, and for me to narrate it very well, I think it is better I go to the publication because this has been a very, very heavy topic in Nigeria. Everybody is talking about it for people who are interested to hear about wealth and development, you know. Although when they talk about this type of thing, people never knew the meaning and they just jump it because many, many times Nigeria have been telling everybody that we discover oil here, but this one is gas. And everybody needs gas. I'm going to read this, and there is something I want to talk after reading the news, because this is how it came to on board. Now, it says, largest gas plant begins production in Imo State. Largest gas plant begins production in Imo State. This is like saying Dangote refinery begins production. But this one is that they will take the gas from Imo State, process it in Imo State. The importance of this is something that is going to marvel you, because I'm going to talk about what this thing is going to cost in Nigeria, because the picture you see here is about Innoson, right? This is gas. Now, I have all these things, but let me read first, and I will come up for more explanation. So let's go. Okay, the Ano gas processing plant, which is located at Asa, Imo State, has begun production of 850 million standard cubic feet of gas daily, making it the largest gas facility in Nigeria. The gas plant, which is situated in the oil-rich Ohaji Egbema local government area, is a joint venture between the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPC, and Seplat Energy PLC. The initiative, referred to as the Asa North Ohaji South Gas Development Project, serves as a fundamental element of the federal government's Decade of Gas program, and the program is designed to utilize Nigeria's intensive natural gas reserve to promote economic growth, minimize gas flaring, and enhance the adoption of cleaner energy throughout the nation. The plant's daily production of 850 mmscf is sufficient for energize major industrial centers, caters to domestic gas need, and enhance electricity generation. The Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, who is delighted at the progress, expressed his delight at the completion of the Seplat-operated Ano gas facility, one of 2 plants under the project. With the facility now fully operational, Hope Uzodinma noted that Imo State is poised for significant economic benefits, including job creation, increased investment opportunity, and enhanced energy infrastructure. The governor said that the plan's critical role is powering the Richest Special Energy Free Trade Zone and fostering industrial development in the once restive or Haji Egbema environment. Also set Imo State on the map as the new heart of Nigeria gas revolution. Wow! Wow! Now, you have heard it, and you have also heard the speech of Hope Uzodinma. Now, the joy of this is not only about this gas alone. There are other natural or mineral resources being discovered in Imo State, but this is the game changer. Why? Now, I'm going to tell you the reason. Everybody is rejoicing, but if you think about it deeper, the rejoicement has to go higher. The reason is that in the next 15 to 10 years, the more the days go, is the more people use gas. What does this mean? This means that the demand of this gas will always increase. People will always demand for gas because now people have started converting their vehicle from fuel to CNG. Many states have sites where they are converting CNGs. Filling stations these days are selling CNGs, which is gas, and petrol at the same time. Including NNPC is preaching for people to go and convert to CNG. If you remember what I said earlier, I said that before Dangote when Dangote started his refinery, people told him not to do it because everybody is going to convert to CNG or electric. But CNG will always defeat electric. Why? Because it's very easier. It's much easier to refill and last longer. It can last 5 days, like 6 days. Electric maybe last 1 day or 2 days based on where you use the vehicle to. You can't run from Lagos to Maiduguri without recharging 2 times or 3 times. And where do you have this recharger? Sometimes it will be difficult. This one will be much easier, and everybody is now changing into CNG conversion. This means that this is going to be a perpetual profit. Imo State is going to be one of the best states for people to invest. And if you watched my video yesterday, when I talked about Hope Uzodinma telling all the people who are working in oil companies or who are taking oil from Imo State to live in Imo State or to either live in Imo State or get their contract terminated, which they agreed. When you have oil companies living in your state, there you will see improvement. These oil companies, they are people who go to hotel. They are people who spend money, buy different cars, enjoying their life. Apart from that, federal government will be paying Imo State big money for owning this oil. And this reminded me about Port Harcourt, because to me, Rivers State is supposed to be the most beautiful state in Nigeria. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. What Imo State is going to receive is going to drop jaw to many people, because here is when we are going to see the value of having such resource in your land. And I am mind blown. I'm mind blown. Now, so after watching the video and seeing everything, I was very, very surprised, because Igbo land is actually blessed. And in the last 15 years, many, many good news have been popping out from Igbo land. Enugu State, Anambra State, Abia State, and Imo State have joined Niger Delta. They all receive 13% derivation from federal government. 15 or 10 years ago, we would never have believed that almost all our states will be oil-producing states. Never. When they formed the Niger Delta, South adopted it as if it is their name. There are some people that if you ask them, where do you come from? They say they are from Niger Delta. Niger Delta is a name given for oil-producing states. Now, almost all the Igbo states are now among the Niger Delta. So, nobody should say I'm from Niger. Of course, you can say I'm from Niger, but Niger Delta is a group. So, now Igbos are Niger Deltas. Therefore, if you are from Imo State, Enugu, Anambra, or Abia, if they ask you where you come from, you can say I'm from Niger Delta. I don't think Igbo will answer that. This is unbelievable. And even when Bayelsa is, I think, no, Cross River is not among the Niger Delta, they still answer Niger Delta. So South adopted it as a name. Now the Igbo states are all becoming Niger Delta. Unbelievable. This is something we never imagined. We have been jealous, or all Nigerian states have been jealous of South state, whom we know as Niger Delta, because they receive 13% derivation from government. Now all those things are coming to us without we knowing them. They are just coming. Before you know it, you say Anambra has joined Niger Delta. They are receiving. Imo State join. They are receiving. Abia State. Oh, they are also receiving. And Enugu State. They are now receiving and have been given grants for Niger Delta. And you begin to say what is going on. You begin to see governors also doing very well. States that people thought that they are poor states. Formerly, Nigeria see Igbo State as the poorest state. But it took them 3 or 4 years to turn the table. Based on what I have been seeing, talking about as well, witnessing, believe me, Igbos are blessed. Why do I say so? We complain about governors without giving God thanks for what our governors are doing. States in the Niger Delta receive a lot of money from that 13%. What have they used it to do? Our governors, who receive nothing sometimes, if not now, look at what they are doing. I don't want to applaud them. I did not know that Igbo people have no bad governor until I began to see investments each of the governor is doing. Some states cannot do what each of the governors in the Eastern region is doing in the north. We thank God the type of governors we have in the Southeast and what we have witnessed in Imo State on this gas plant and the natural gas on the ground is going to turn one of our states like Qatar. We hope that the next governor who is going to rule Imo State or govern Imo State or serve Imo State, is better than to say rule, will utilize the money very well. Because this is a mind-blowing. But the result will start coming from now, today, because it has already started. Oil workers have started packing from Lagos to Imo State. They are now, as I'm talking to you, living in Imo State, working in Imo State. Many are still coming because more offices and plants are going to be open. Expansions are going to be done because the world entirely is converting into gas, which is CNG or gas, which is a good news. And when I check on Imo State, if you can remember, I will only tell Imo State to pray. Pray so that there will be no insecurity. I will also tell South Odema to work harder. Put CCTV on every roundabout. Focus on security. Insecurity can bring any state down. Work on CCTV. Make sure that at least the center is protected. Then we began to expand. Do what Ogwai did. Establish CCTV control room. Because big money is coming. Imo State and Owerri need to be protected. The center is very important. Another thing is we need more beautification in Owerri. Nobody will have an excuse. We will not have all this good news and Owerri will continue to be looking the way it is looking today. No, we will not take it. We are not going to take it. Therefore, governors must do more in Imo State. How would Imo State be rich and be looking lower than other states in the Southeast? It is not going to happen. No matter what people say, create industry. No. Good looking first. Build Imo State to look more beautiful than anybody ever expected. Focus on the road. Surprise people. Road construction. Make your road to be standard. Imo State have good houses already. Is it hard to change this place? No. I know that Opusodima is doing a lot, but he needs a better constructors. People who construct houses. Because this conference center, I like it, but it shouldn't have been this way. This kind of building is called Peak roof. If you Google peak roof, you will see it will come. Just Google peak roof building. You will see this type of building. They are very cheap to do. No, Imo State deserves better than something like this. And this is the reason I always praise Enugu State. Because Enugu State understand buildings. Enugu State understand architecture. They understand what it means to have contemporary architecture, to have futuristic building at the center. And this is the reason Enugu Conference Center is unique. Imo State needs something better than that. They need to build futuristic houses at the center. The road has to be recreated, at least to make it easier for the next person who is coming to lead in Imo State. I will be here and I will also talk more when as the time progresses, because we need to see good things in Imo State. We need to see better bus terminal. We need to see better road. We need to see pedestrian walkways on the road. All those things must be in Imo State, not only to receive money. If you receive money and don't utilize it, it is useless. We need to see houses like this, contemporary architecture. Build it. Make it be a library or every conference centers. We know that Okorocha tried, but his own is. I have never seen anybody who traveled to Owerri to view this. Chai, he was these people. When it comes to building, he was stating it to learn. I'm telling you, I think this is Obasanjo. This one is who? Okay, so, okay, this one is Zuma. This woman, who is this woman? Is it a man or a woman? I don't know. Wow, see what Imo State built. This thing, the money spent here would have built a very contemporary architecture building like this. People will be going there and, you know, for conference center or in the middle, it doesn't have to be too big. But Okorocha broke record. See where people spend money. This is Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. Unbelievable. Saying that he is building it for tourism. Who will come and talk from another country to watch this? Chai, America will just say, oh, there is so many good things in Imo State. Let me visit Imo State and see Kwame Nkrumah and see J.J. Rollins and see Buhari. Because Buhari is here. Chai, what did this man think when he was doing all this? Buhari is the last one or the first one? Unbelievable. And also he met the artist. Say, yeah, I know this is the plan. I want to build. See, this is Ojuku, and this one. If you build it, tourism will full in my country. In my state, I mean, unbelievable. I don't know what was in their mind, you know. So Imo State need to do better when it comes to infrastructure. Infrastructure, I mean, is all infrastructure, because their road until today don't have pedestrian walkways. When it comes to building, they don't know much about futuristic building. All the buildings government is delivering in Imo State are block building, and the type of block building is even peak roof. Peak roof. Had it been that it is pavilion, which is like looking like the White House of America, is different. But this type is peak roof, old model. So, and Richest Okorocha also came. The way to beautify Imo State is this, and unbelievable Buhari here. Aha, where is Buhari? Chai, I never see people like this. I think Imo State, when electing the next governor, please try to elect somebody who is young, who know something about infrastructure, about building and construction and all those things. So the person does not have to be the best person in the world, because see what they built in Imo State as. This one is, when he was building it, he was thinking that this thing is one of the best things. Everybody will be coming to climb here and watch what is inside. Nobody will enter inside this cave. And if you see, this woman is even afraid of getting inside, because I don't know how in the inside it will even look, you know. Wow. So what I come here to show you is the good news that is happening in Imo State, and believe me, I love it. So let's go through the images and I explain them one by one. So this is the CNG gas anyway, as you can see. Wow, this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. See transformation. Well, I hope that Imo State will turn to Qatar, believe me, because the type of news we are hearing is something that we never expected. As I said earlier, many companies or many individuals are now converting their vehicle to CNG. And where is it coming from? It is coming from Imo State. African countries, they are converting. Everybody. Nigeria is converting. Everybody is converting their vehicle to CNG. And it's coming from Imo State. This means that in the nearest future, the Niger Delta, their resources will get weaker and Imo State will get stronger. And why Imo State is good is that it still have petroleum. Before opening this natural gas, it is among the states that receive 13% derivation. That even if the world stop using petrol, Imo State will still be receiving their own. And because the quantity is big, the 13% will be very, very big. Because they give you based on the quantity that is being taken from here. state. Meaning that if they produce 1,000 gallon every day, the 13% of that 1,000 gallon will come to you. The money will come to you. Now, if they produce 5 gallons, the 13% of 5 gallon will come to you. The bigger the quantity, the more money you receive. Now, on this gas, Imo State will take the highest amount of 13%, added to the one they are receiving from petroleum. Wow! That is exactly what it is. This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. Believe me, this is unbelievable. What all the states in Nigeria is dreaming of is what Imo State just wake up one morning and it landed on top of their roof. You know? So this is mind-blowing. So what Imo State need is a governor or a government that knows about beautification. There is no way your state will be good if you don't beautify it. They must go deep and know how to beautify Imo State now. Either to create a new city, give it a new name, or to beautify this Owerri. Work very deeply, or create a new town inside Owerri or outskirts Owerri. Create Dubai there. Imo State people are as rich as Anambra State people, if you don't know. People talk about Anambra billionaires. Imos are have billionaires as Anambra State. So if Imo State creates a new city, it is not going to be a mistake. And the money will be recovered. Because you create a new city, you just construct the road, make it beautiful, make sure the governor who is doing it is someone who knows about development and someone who is fanatic about development. So that the type of road he will construct there will not look like this one that does not have pedestrian walkway and does not have shoulders. There is no zebra crossing, nothing. One of the most dangerous roads in Africa. See, people cannot walk on here because there is no pedestrian walkway. And also, I've heard that Imo State is building this bus terminal. They need more bus terminals. One is not enough. Because if you move from this bus terminal, where are you heading to? It is also named Holy Ghost. Imo State Public Transport Project, Holy Ghost Bus Terminal. There must be a second terminal because it has to move from point A to point B. At least. Because you have to move from one town to another. I have talked about this one. And Imo State now, although Imo have improved a lot on this last time of Uzodinma, and you all know how much I love this Assumpta flyover. Believe me, it's one of the greatest work of Uzodinma. But now that money have arrived or has arrived, something much better than this must be done. It must be done. It must be done. This is Uzodinma with his family, and God is praying for them. Maybe it is because of this prayer that success began to come. Who knows, you know? And generally, Imo is not looking bad anyway, but the governors didn't do the road very well. This is not how to construct a roundabout as well. How do you construct a roundabout? No pedestrian walkway, nobody, somebody come out from here, or somebody want to go here and take picture. He comes out. He does not have a place to go around. Where? He come out to the main road, and the car is here. All these things are things that Imo State supposed to think about. I mean, Imo State government supposed to think about, right? So apart from that, Imo does not have a problem at all. And yesterday, if you can remember, I talked about a good news which came to Imo State about 24/7 power supply. This is a game changer again. A state that have 24/7 power supply and the biggest gas deposit in West Africa or Africa. At least the indigenous have to see some changes. But I know that it is going to happen because with electricity alone, people will be trooping into Imo State with electricity alone. Although other states will also be improving electricity, but it is a good thing. It is a good thing. Believe me, it is a good thing. So this is how Imo State look presently, which I'm going to take this talk to make sure that when I come here the next time, the next time I mean is not tomorrow, okay? But when I come back, maybe next year and or next 2 years, when the next governor have started being here, or when Hope Uzodinma has stayed for some times after receiving this good news, to check the improvement, I will compare this video and what I have here to what Hope Uzodinma had done. Because when it comes to Okorocha, the only thing I can take to remember Okorocha is this. This is, I can't pinpoint any other thing. If you have, please tell me. I don't know any. He built the conference center, but that one, I think Uzodinma demolished it because one day wind came and carried the conference center. So only this thing you see here is the legacy of Okorocha that I can pinpoint. Please, if you have more, you tell me. I don't know, you know. But me, as an outsider, I can't see anything that I would say Okorocha built. Maybe one road here, and which every governor is doing anyway. And this is the reason when you are a governor, do something tangible. Do something tangible. Something tangible I mean is bring one type of building, contemporary architecture that people will see and say, this look like London. Build library. Everybody travel. Imagine how European libraries are. They are always at the center. Create a space, create plazas around the library. Not this type of building. Not this type of building. There is a building called contemporary architecture. The only building similar to that is Enugu Conference Center. Not this type. This type will not give you happiness to enter. This look like church. The first time I see this, I said it looked like a big church. No. Contemporary architecture. Rebuild this city or go and pick another city. Not this type that Richest did, and the Hope also is not doing the best. No, it's not doing the best. We need more development in Imo State. We need more development as God has helped Imo State. Okay? This is marvelous. Marvelous, I mean, is what is this woman? Liberia. Oh, yeah, the name President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone or Liberia, George Way, yeah. So, and this one that Hope did is nice, flyover, but not enough. It's not enough. We need more beautification in Imo State. Imo State is supposed to be more beautiful than that, you know. And remember, this hotel was built years back, and people still respect it. Imagine. This hotel was built before I was born. I don't even know whether my mother has come to the earth when this hotel is built. At least a legacy was left. A good one. We need more legacy projects. More legacy projects. And this time, it has to be infrastructural development like building, contemporary architecture, and good road. Good road is spacious road. I'm telling you. So let's go through all the listing I have here, and then I will close because I am astonished about what I am seeing in Imo State, and then it's amazing. It's amazing because this is a game changer when it comes to development. Now, there is one thing I want to talk about because that thing is unbelievable. So I will have to talk about it before I finish. Otherwise, I may finish and it will sound somehow. Now, and that thing is about Dangote. This is, if you check, this is Dangote. We're going to talk about it because Dangote surprised me. When I found out that Imo State discovered gas, I said, gas? Oh yeah, is Dangote refinery refines gas? I went there and I found out that no, Dangote is not refinery gas. That gas is like enemy to Dangote because the more people convert to gas, is the less petrol that Dangote sells. But Dangote surprised me. He surprised me. And that is what we are going to talk about. Now, why did I say Dangote surprised me? It surprised me positively because it shows that Dangote is a businessman. Dangote promoting CNG is actually reducing his profit because, and also demarketing his business. But Dangote did not care. Therefore, I will explain what I'm going to talk first before we read about it. Now, what you are seeing are new trailer head with tanks. Okay, this trailer head with tanks is what Dangote used to transport his petrol to everywhere in Nigeria. Each state have at least 100 or 200 this trailer moving from Lagos to different states every day. They go, they take fuel, they go and they fill, they steady. So but Dangote spend a lot of money on the transportation. And the money he spent is actually on fuel. Do you know what Dangote did? He went and bought these trailer head with CNG inbuilt, new ones. He bought them from China, brought them to Nigeria. All these things you see here are CNG. They are CNGs. They fill it from this hole you see here. They fill it from here. And how many in numbers? He bought 4,000 pieces. 4,000. Why did he do it? To save money. Because if the vehicle used to consume petrol of 100,000 from Lekki to Maiduguri, it will now consume only 20,000. And this is to show you the advantage of converting the CNG. So let's read about Dangote, because when I saw this, I was marveled. I was marveled. This is how a businessman thinks. He actually patronizes gas every day. And that gas he's patronizing is coming from Imo State. Meaning that Dangote himself knows that his company may be closing very soon. Because if his 40,000 CNG trucks have converted. It means lesser fuel. But he do not care because he actually exports the fuel to another country. So let's read, and you are going to see the mindset of a good businessman. Let's see. Okay, it says, Dangote CNG trucks begin product loading at refinery. The refinery's 4,000 CNG truck is a project representing an investment of over 720 billion naira. And we continue. The refinery announced in August that it has received the first batch of its 4,000 CNG powered trucks for the fuel distribution program, which was initially set to commence on August 15th. You see the mindset of Dangote? This is, when I heard this news, I was like, really? I went ahead and read about it because I read the complete. But if I will have to read the complete, then I must have to come here. No, this one is the Noah. If I have to read the complete, that will take us a long time anyway. So let's forget about Dangote. But you have seen what it is, that Dangote actually ordered 4,000 CNG buses. The first batch arrived, and immediately he put them online. Bought gas from Imo State, began to use gas for his vehicles, saving money from those angles. He did not do that. He is a rich man, and he will be somehow depromoting his products. No. Therefore, if you are a Nigerian and you are still using fuel for one reason or the other, the person who is producing the fuel is actually converting to CNG buses. I mean, to CNG sources. You see what you see here? What you see here is innocent buses procured by the federal government. There are 10 pieces of public buses procured by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is just about 3 months ago. Everybody is converting into the CNG. And this is the reason I told you that the sources in Imo State is going to be unimaginable. Because the only place the gas is coming in a big quantity is in Imo State. The more gas everybody consumes, the more gas Nigeria exports, the richer the Imo State. Of course, Imo State is not going to get the whole money. But that 13%, each liter you use, 13% goes to Imo State pocket. That is exactly what it is. It does not matter whether it is cheap or not, or cheaper or not. But when only one state is producing what a country is exporting and also using, imagine how that state is supposed to look. That is the reason in the beginning I said that Imo State is going to be like Qatar if it has a good governor, and the good governor wants to serve the state, not to use the money to do campaign and bribe people for election and do what is happening in River State. River State is supposed to look like London. But what happened? When money comes, devil will follow it. Most of the governors River States have had, they are governors that know how to misuse money. They don't care. Governor thinks only about himself, about ruling, about beating another person. They can bribe anybody, they can use this, can scatter anything, they can. Wow! If a good governor managed River State, and that good governor know about infrastructure, because what I'm telling my people is infrastructure is everything. Industry comes second, because infrastructure brings tourism. Tourism is a part of industry, because it also brings development. When you have good infrastructure, many people would like to come to your state. Many people would like to enjoy. And that infrastructure cannot work without good governance. It cannot work without governor. And it cannot work without good road. You can't have bad road without pedestrian walkways, no good street light, and you think your state will just be beautiful. It can never work. If you doubt what I'm saying, just go and watch how Ethiopia rebuilt their capital city. It does not cost anything. I was watching Ethiopian capital city, Addis Ababa. They knocked all the old houses down, build wider road, plant palm trees at the center. The road is very, very wide. Pedestrian walkway is like express. They built parks everywhere, began to imitate the type of European structures when it comes to public houses. Their museum, their library, looking like something you see in California. Just try and Google Addis Ababa city and watch it and tell me what you see. Those things are easy to do. It just need good governor who knows what I'm talking about. Reconstructing your road, making it wider. If you find out that the city is unreconstructable, please reconstruct a new road somewhere in the bush, give it a name, begin to expand the place. Egypt did something like that. The Egypt new city, if you see it, you'll be mind blown. The reason I'm saying this is that God has hyped the Southeastern region. I don't know what happened, but I can tell you something has entered into them. Each and every one of them is good. No matter people are saying this one is not. No, they are all good. What you can tell me is that among the good, there must be best. Or there must be better. But they are doing marvelously well. The only problem I have with them is some of them don't understand about building. They don't understand about having good road. And that good road does not have to be everywhere in the state. You must have good road at the center. You must have a place that you call the most attractive place in your state. That if a tourist come, the tourist can actually go there and take pictures, enjoy. Let it be even 2 kilometers of road, 3 kilometers. Build it to look like Dubai. I'm not talking about houses. We're not talking about skyscraper, but road and park. I am going to be the happiest person when what I am talking about began to work. Because I have seen that the problem is not because of money. No, because some of all these governors can actually build 100 kilometers of road from one village to another, even dualize it. But what I'm talking about is about 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Some building need to be demolished, but it has to look beautiful. You must have one place that is known as your center city. One road, build it, plant trees, build something like contemporary architecture library or conference center. If you go to Imo State, where are you going to visit as the best place? For instance, a tourist want to go to Imo State or the Owerri to take picture. Nowhere. Because the development in Imo State is diversified. That is diversified, is everywhere. This road, the other road, I don't know which one is the major road. If you go to Barcelona, there is a road known as Rambla, where Barcelona celebrate their victory. Very, very wide. Many countries have it like that. I mean, many states. Madrid has what they call Cibeles. The same thing is happening in Rwanda, Ethiopia, and Ethiopia, which is Addis Ababa. Go to Cotonou here. See the type of road they are building. Do you know that even Burkina Faso has what I'm talking about? There is one plaza where they mount like that one there where there is a tower. That is exactly what I mean. But the one in Burkina Faso is not as beautiful as what I'm talking about. But the road of the one in Burkina Faso is exactly what I'm saying. It's very, very wide. All these Francophone countries, they have places like that. If somebody go to Anambra State, where would he choose to go? Of course, now they have a little place that is known as Boulevard. But it's not the type I'm talking about. That this one is just a Boulevard is a small place. Enugu, where do you go? Okpara Square. Not enough. And this is the reason I say that what Petamba is doing in New Enugu Smart City must be like that. Abia State does not have what I'm talking about. Ebonyi State does not have it. We must have one place that is known as the major place. It has to be a street, 3 kilometers or 2 kilometers. That place will always be the center of the state. And this is what we want Imo State to have. The money that is going to come from CNG must be used for good development in Imo State. So that if somebody actually visits the state, they can go there, sit and talk during the evening. Now there is going to be 24/7 power supply. Then you will see how tourism is going to boost. Industry is very important, but knowing what to use your money to do is another thing that is very necessary. If you are getting money and you don't know how to use your money, then you are wasting your time. Otherwise, all the celebration we are celebrating is useless. So my comment here anyway is to tell you about what we have on board, and I am very, very happy about it. But I will be happier when the money is going to be used for development, because you cannot tell me that Nigeria is like this, having petroleum, but we can't have a place we call maybe the center. Abuja also don't have it. Lagos don't have it. And the reason, which I'm saying every day, is that if all the governors are making mistake by comparing their state with Lagos, no. Lagos have a problem about planning. The people who planned Lagos, they made a mistake, and that was the reason they moved to Abuja. But the same problem happened at Abuja. Because Abuja is supposed to have wide road with bicycle track. The road was supposed to be the best of all. People can be walking along the road every day, and just to go to Addis Ababa, you see what I'm talking about. These are countries that don't have anything. They don't even have anything. Most of the money the state is receiving in Nigeria is more than what some of those countries have. There are countries that live by, maybe because they have airline, like Ethiopian airline, and they survive by that, and with other things, small things like that. Well, I don't want to talk too much. The only thing I'm talking is because I'm talking about my dream, and to see that something like this happen somewhere. And if it happened to be in Imo State, Abia State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, then I will be very happy. If it's Anambra State, the same. But we must create a place. We must know how to use the money wisely, not what Okorocha built here. What I'm talking about is what, and maybe that is his dream, okay? But this dream is not, not the type I'm talking about at all. You know. And if care is not taken, what I'm talking about, maybe money used to build this would have been enough to do it. Believe me, because it's not about too much money. We are talking about 2 kilometers, about 3 kilometers. If you go to Europe, almost all the cities have it. What I'm talking about. And the people who have visited Europe know what I'm talking about. So that whenever people come to visit your state, that place will always be the meeting point. And this is the reason I bow for Enugu State Governor. Because of conference center. That place is beautiful, but still not enough. But when it comes to Enugu, they are building new cities. So that is the reason I don't know their plan. Maybe they will do what I'm talking about. Maybe they will do it. Because if you go to Imo State, where is here where you are going to take to show people how beautiful Imo State is? Is it this flyover? Down the flyover? It doesn't make sense. But flyover is good though. I'm not saying it's not good, but not what I'm talking about. Every state need one place that is known as the most beautiful place. And that thing is by the way the road is constructed. The way the walkways are constructed. I'm not talking about all these small walkways they are constructing here. And on my next videos, I'm going to be showing pictures of what I mean. Because when I'm saying it, many people will not understand it. They will not understand it. While my dream is not only to come and give news, but to make sure that my news have effect or has effect somewhere. I will be the best person or the happiest person waking up one day and seeing what I'm talking about happening. If it happens to be in the Southeast, thank God. But you would know it can also happen in another place in Nigeria, because not only the people from the Southeast are watching me. Okay, so but at least to wake our people up. Road is no more being constructed this way. No pedestrian walkways. This is a trap. Where the children pass here, we don't think about it. Later on, we say our place is developed. Our place is not developed. If you can construct this road, you can actually construct what I'm talking about. Because what I'm talking about is about 3 lanes more, and then add another lane, which is for pedestrian walkway, and another lane for bicycle. Paint it red. That bicycle on red, pedestrian walkway there. Plant 3 at the middle. If you do that, even if you do that on this road, this particular road you see here, the value of house here will go to 300%. Within 3 years, houses will cover here, beautiful, beautiful houses. Because it attracts development. It does not matter where the road is. I don't know this road where it is, but if you do that on this road, and maybe this house you see here, you build it like conference center, and within 10 years, this place will be the most beautiful place in Owerri. And it does not have to be 20 kilometers. But each of the states needs center. They need to do some radical change at the center. The center has to look different than any other place. And all those beautiful look should start or must start from the way the road looks. The road at the center must be different. That when you get there, you begin to imagine how did they build this road? How? And it's not all that expensive, because it's just a matter of adding more 2 lanes to this road you see here, making it very, very wide. And people will prefer to live here. The land here, if they used to sell it 40 million, it will go to 250 million or 300. Before you know it, all the important people will begin to build a house here. Here then will turn to center of Imo State. Well, I'm closing because this is the end of my listing, but I'm just telling my people that to bring development is not only to find oil or to find gas. You can find gas and find oil and still make mistakes. Please, what we need in Igbo land is development. Industry is very good. Industry is very good. But this type of development we are talking is not going to stop you from building industry. Because we're talking about 2 kilometers of road. You understand? It's not going to start. It is not going to cost us this flyover. Because it's existing road or new road. What I'm talking about, in 3 months or 2 months is done. You can do it on existing road. Pitamba built 4 or 5 bus terminals under 8 months. Under 8 months. Demolish places and see how the place is looking. But not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is something bigger. And I believe that some of you will understand what I mean. Well, I am going to stop here, and we will continue to celebrate the success of Imo State, and also to thank God, because this was not done by a strength of any man, but is by the God. We wish to be having all this good news coming up from Igbo land every day by day, because this is making me to be happy. I'm becoming the happiest man in the world. And believe me, if you see me, I have started adding weight. I know some of you will say, no, he's joking. No, I'm telling you the truth. I've started adding weight, because of good news. Good news, there are too many. There are too many, believe me. Okay, so I will stop here. And tomorrow I'll be here also, because there is the one good news that I have for tomorrow, and it is amazing one as well. Believe me, there are so many good news hidden in the Southeast that I didn't know that they exist until now. Thank God that there is computer and information everywhere, and the internet, everything is now easier to find, and we can be bringing them every day. But the problem is that there are too many. Even if I make 10 videos a day, they can't, because we are talking about 5 states, and every day one thing happen. It's not about one state, we are talking about 5. Every day one thing must happen. Every day. Formerly, I wanted to add on another state or 2 states or 3 states, but the information in the Southeast alone is too much for me. I can't cover them. So if I add more, how many videos would I be doing every day? That would be too much for me. So, but when it is slowed down, which I believe that is not going to happen very soon, but if it does, then I will bring more states from Nigeria, or also be bringing news from other countries, and to be showing you what is happening around the world, and so that whenever I mention something, you will know what I'm talking about. But here, what I have is that when I'm talking about Imo State, I only show you what is happening in Imo State, okay? So the reason is that not to mix things up. So whenever you are seeing whatever you are seeing on the screen, you know that it is from Imo State. Otherwise, if I have image from Kenya, from Angola, from Ghana, and I'll be clicking it, you will be surprised, because you don't know which one is Imo State and which one is from Kenya and Angola and Ghana. So that is the reason everything you are seeing on this screen, they are all being investigated, traced, make sure that they are coming from the same place. And then, in order not to confuse people, so whatever you are seeing here are coming from Imo State, unless the ones I talked about innocent, which is to give you instance what I mean by the CNG, and also the one that I talked about Dangote, which I said that Dangote bought 4,000 trucks, which he is using currently to distribute his fuel or petroleum. Apart from that, all the images you have been seeing here, they are all coming from Imo State, and that is nice. That is a nice thing. Here is the time they opened one of the parts of this thing, and if you read it, you will see here, it is written Ano Gas Processing Plant. Okay, I can read it from here. It is the number 2 line. So that is exactly, this is the processing plant when it was opened, and I believe some part of it is what you are seeing at the background. So thank you very much for watching. So if you are from Imo State, go and rejoice, because right now, if somebody asks you, you are a poor man, you say, no, stop that, stop that, stop that. And if they ask you, how rich are you? You say, maybe Qatar. And the person say, you Qatar, you are here. Okay. I don't believe that anybody is going to believe that one state is as rich as Qatar in Nigeria. But that is the truth, okay? But it happens, okay? So then that is what it is. So thank you very much for watching. And this is Pricer TV. And see you tomorrow, because I have a nice news for you tomorrow. Thank you.